What's going on, everybody? It's Pastor Adrian, and we are here at the Everyday Church. And I have some special guests on here today, y'all. I have some teen ministers, some teen titans, man. This is the Fantastic Three right here, here at the Everyday Church. What's up, y'all? Hey, hey, hey! Listen, like I have to my far right, man. I have Minister Javion. What's going on? I've got Evangelist Kaya. I've got Prophetess Peyton here. What's up, man? And we are promoting our teen service on this Friday at 8 p.m. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fire. They taught me not to say fire. They taught me to say fire. It's gonna be really. It's gonna be. It's gonna be really good, man. So throughout this time, we're going to be promoting that. But listen, share this broadcast right now because we're gonna get into some things that's going to really open up our eyes about what teens are facing, how teens can be free, even in this season, in this age that they're in right now, they can be free. And so, listen, I'm excited about what's going on. Y'all excited about Friday? All right, good, 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 good. So listen, let's just jump in, man. I want to share and I want you to talk about what makes you different. Because y'all three are different. Like you're not your average teen. Like you guys are not average teens, but and all of you have a difference in you. Like so I want to talk about answer the question like what makes you different? Anybody?
Go ahead, Kyle.
No, you can go first.
Okay.
Uh,
So what makes me different from others is just like my drive for God is so high of my age
mhm,
that it's like if I can't seek the kingdom, who can I seek for? I always
mhm,
been told if you can't be yourself, who can be for you?
mhm,
And so it's like me being myself and I try to be different from others because I don't want to go down the path that everybody else. I wanted to start my own path and go
mhm.
down my own path. And that makes me different. I'm doing something different that other young teens could probably look up to me and be inspired to do the same thing that I'm doing.
So you don't mind being different and having your own path is what you're saying. I got you. I got you. Okay. Anybody else?
Um, for me, it was just I was tired of feeling empty all the time. It was just
Mm.
something where just one day I decided, I'm no longer going to continue living like this because it was just, a consistent cycle of just feeling empty. And I feel like I'm different because, I was always the odd sheep. Like I wasn't into everything everybody was into. So I
Hmm.
just found God and here we are.
Wow. Wow. And you embrace that difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And embrace what was different about you. And that's what helps you just deal with it. Sometimes it's just a matter of embracing it. Like I ain't like everybody else. Peyton, what makes you different?
Um, Based off what Kai said, I would say the same thing. Like when I wasn't with God, I felt a sense of, loneliness. I didn't have peace and I didn't have joy. Throughout what I was going through. But now I feel like, I can handle situations knowing that God is with me.
Hmm.
I'm not alone in that situation. So it's a sense of like hope and motivation to keep going.
Hmm. Yeah. So listen, we're gonna take these off because it's just finding that strength that only God can give you. And that's what makes you different. And again, it's a matter of embracing that difference. But a lot of people don't do that until they are older. Was there somebody that you all looked up to? First, let me say, put them back on. Okay, wait a minute. All right. So, is there somebody that you looked up to say, I want to? they're saved, they are living righteous. I want to be righteous like them. I want to live like that. Like, who did you learn that from?
I would say my family.
Okay.
I was blessed enough to grow up with a family that was with God and taught me how to, actively seek God.
Mhm.
My motivation comes and all my family do great things in the kingdom. And, they was my time to step up and, talk to God and actually be bold in my walk, like to attract things and not, be like other things.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a says a whole lot. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Anybody else?
I would say that I looked up to my grandmother and my mother because they get into the it was like I honestly looked up to my mother more because she showed me the authentic side, like how you can trust and love God, but there's also the parts that you have to go through. But I just seen the blessings like came down on my mother from really trusting on God. So that's what I picked up off of, and I think that His ways better than my ways.
Gotcha.
Mine was I actually, and it's a crazy story. I actually had went to church one day, and my godfather was preaching there, and I just seen the drive that he had for the kingdom. And one Sunday, I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, I think I'm ready to get back under your wings because I had drifted away from the kingdom, hop back into the real world." Then I figured out that it's not the world that I wanted to live in, and the kingdom world is way better than the world that I was in. So it's like I looked up to him, and now it's like he ministered to me, he poured into me, he nurtured me, and now I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Okay. Good. So what is it that you feel like stay there? What are you supposed to be doing now? What is God called for you to do now? At your age, at 18, what is God called for you to do now?
I feel like God has called me to actually minister to young black men, be like young black kids that actually drifted away from Him that was already under His wings. And so it's like when I minister or when I see somebody having a bad day, I just be like, hey, put a smile on your face. It's nothing that you should be sad about because once you drop that weight off you and you get under Him and His wings and His love is just so much better than what other people was giving you around. And so it's like, once I minister to young kids and once I just pour out the love and the joy into them, it's like, okay, this is something that God has actually called me to do.
And that is awesome because here's what I believe as a pastor. It is not my gift to necessarily touch the team's lives. I feel like I'm able to minister to all generations.
Yeah.
But the real ministry to teens has to come from you. Like I think it has to come from you. I feel like my gifting is for generations as a pastor, but our young ministers are supposed to minister to your age.
Yeah.
What does God call you to do, Kai?
I really don't know.
And that's what we say. And that's okay to say. That's okay to say. You're still learning that, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I just know it's whatever I'm called to do, it's supposed to be authentic because I've always had a way with what I say. And I always, just gave it to you straight up. So whatever God has called me to do, I hope it's good.
It is. It is. Crazy.
I feel like God is calling me to be a light. And that's why it's so much better to be generation. Everybody is family. I think I'm called to be a light in this generation and just to everybody happy and set a standard for what Christians to women to look.
And that's a whole lot like to lead by example. And it doesn't have to have a title. You know what I mean? You mentioned two words, light and leading, which are not titles. You know what I mean? I'm just God has called me at this time. I don't have a name for it, but I'm not supposed to be a light. I'm supposed to lead. You know what I mean? I know I'm supposed to be doing something great, as what Kaya said. And Davion is like we want to be poured into those that are in my age group. I mean, that's what it is about. So listen, make sure your headphones are on, like up, like yours is good. Make sure your volume, like on your headphones, YouTube, so that we can get the sound out of the room. All right. Now, you all are different, and you have to go through because it's different. You have challenges because you're different. What has been some of the challenges or challenge you've had because you are different, because you are the light, because you are the example, because you know you're supposed to be great but don't know? Like what have been the challenges?
I would say the most difficult challenge is losing friends and people that you thought was gonna grow with you, but they
Yeah.
didn't have the same desire as you did to go to God. So you have to leave them when they're asking you and leave them.
Yeah.
That is hard to lead people right there. And that's it. Like and to some people you don't even speak to. Like you grew up in kindergarten and fifth grade, and y'all love each other in middle school, and then you get to a point where you shift. Um, it's crazy. Anybody else? What's the greatest challenge?
I would agree with you of what Peyton said, but also a big hardship for me was people always bring up like my old stuff. It was just like I'm trying to be this old person. I'm trying to be this person, and it just seems like everybody's just stuck on the old kind of like, oh, Kaya, you used to be cool back then because you used to be okay with this, that, and the third, but now that I've set a new standard and new boundaries for myself, it just seems like people have an issue with it. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with another. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna go down. Yeah, it's all right. We're gonna figure it out.
For the transitioning time, I was living in lust, and so it was like my relationship. It wasn't the relationship that I had asked for. It was the one that I wanted. It wasn't a need. It was a want at the time, and it was like once I was living in lust, and then once I had changed out of lust and transferred over into the kingdom, I noticed what real love actually looks like, and not what puppy love looks like.
Right.
For instance, and so it was like once I had changed over from lust to actually love, I lost a lot of people, and a lot of people was like, "Oh, you're not the," what Kaya and Payne said, "Oh, you're not the same no more. You just don't want to party. You don't want to do this." And it was just time that I wanted to give my all back to the kingdom, and I wanted to sincerely see what it actually is to be a man of God.
So let's go a little deeper, because that lust is something that's real heavy, especially as a teen. And there are a lot of temptations that are out here. You are coming into your womanhood, your manhood, and you all are good looking people. So there are going to be people who come after you that want to connect with you in all kind of ways. And you hear your friends having all kind of experiences. And so how do you deal with that lust as a teen? Like, help somebody. How do you deal with that lust as a teen?
Basically, how I dealt with it myself, it's like I prayed about it and I asked God, I was like, if this relationship is for me, let it be for me. If it's not, can you please remove it out of my life? And 2 days later, the relationship was gone.
Okay.
And I figured out that it's a difference between lust and love. Love actually is someone that genuinely care for you, that want to motivate you, keep you going, and see you elevate. Lust is just someone that is just there just to be there, basically, and it's nothing but weighing you down. Is draining you by yourself, and it's like, why am I doing this to myself? And it's like we're only young, so it's like, once you jump out of lust and you jump into love, you will see the difference between lust and love.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I want to come out of this broadcast and go back in with the good sound to make sure everybody can hear that everything goes well. So we're gonna stop this one and do a brand fresh one. All right, we'll be back in a few seconds, y'all. All right, bless y'all. Stay tuned. Coming right back.